Hey! How are we all doing? Welcome to Blue Abroad, the watch along. It's me, the watcher Pom. Hey, that's great. That's great. I tell you what, off the top of me bombs. Hope we're all doing splendid. Peter's in chat. Good day to you, my friend. Hoping for a better showing, but not confident. Mate, tell you what, the last time I was confident in Carlton going well was a long time ago. Let's be honest. But we are against North, and it is what it is, isn't it? It hasn't been the greatest start to the season. I don't know what I've done with my TV. There we are. But this should be a big one, isn't it? This is a must-win. Must-win. We say that all the time. But definite must-win. Disappointing last week. And I don't know if anyone watched the Geelong-Brisbane game. It just showed you Geelong, we beat them. And as we said at the time in the watch-along, it wasn't a classic Carlton performance, but if Geelong were a bit smarter, they could have probably done us damage, and they nearly rolled Brisbane, who beat us quite comfortably. So, a lot to look at in this one. It's going to be interesting. I don't know what everyone else's vibe is. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not at the same time. But I'm with you guys and girls. You make it okay. Tell you what, we've seen a lot of losses together, haven't we, as a group? So, should be all right. We're big and tough, big and hard. But some surprises as well in the team selection. I don't know what you guys and girls made of the team selection. I thought it was a little bit weird, to say the least. Thought Gearing was very, very stiff to miss out after hers. I thought she, for 2 quarters, was pretty... She showed some heart. I was surprised Day and Brazali stayed in. Obviously, Wilson's got to come in, like no doubt, and you've got the debutant Poppy as well. She's come in, but for me, I just think if you're sending a statement, do you drop a new kid and Gearing, who is trying to be moulded into something, against more senior stars? For me, I would do. I think it sets a statement of intent. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting because North Melbourne know how to play footy. Let's be honest, they know how to play football, and it's going to be tough because they're looking at the top. At the moment, we're kind of looking at a consolidation already, 4 games in. Oh, dear. You know what? Honestly, being a YouTuber for Carlton, I tell you, it's a tough gig. It's a tough gig. Are Salah and Mane playing? Well, they are back from the AFCON. If they want to run out, I wouldn't mind them on the out wide. Do you know what I mean? Especially a bit of Salah. Tell you, I wouldn't mind him. Hey there, Big Lachlan. How are you doing? Hope you're all right, mate. Oh, Pete, they do know how to beat us. That's the problem. And at the moment as well, I would say this is probably the worst prepped side they've ever done it. Oh, Maddie, I was calling for him round 1. You know me, mate. I'm as fickle as an alley cat. But the girls are out. Hopefully a better performance today. Love that. Tell you what, we'll have a live bid along as well. Pom's got a bid on the game one O'Day Guernsey, because we know Elise O'Day, I hate to say it, is my favourite Carlton girls player. We are leading the bid at the time of recording, so that'll be good. That'll be good, man. That'll be good. Can he wait? That could be the highlight of today, that Pom wins Elise O'Day's Guernsey. So, I mean, we've got a space on the wall just here for it. Looking forward to it. It is a good jumper, Pete. It's why I bid on it, because trying to get one is as rare as rocking horse poo. Lose today, season's over. You could argue last week the season's over, but yeah, we'll draw a line under it. But do we say the girls look good in a warm-up? They look all right. Tell you what, the young girl who's the mascot literally looked fitter than some of the girls there. So concern 2 minutes in. Cooley Yuling. I don't know what I just said, mate. Tell you, mate, often the stuff I say, I don't understand what I said as well. But enjoy it, Big Lock, mate. Cut suit, mate. I tell you, that's something that AFLW taught me. I did not know the female cup was something else, and got to say, I do fit into it like a glove. So if I've got a female shape in my body, let's get around that. I will embrace that. To be fair, you've got to deal with what you've got dealt with. There's Brooke Walker. I've got to say as well, just interesting. I got one of my kids the AFLW game shorts. Tell you what, they are way more schmick than the men's ones as well. Ours are really plain. Just that little pale blue. A lot of time for it. Prosparkis is hopefully going to do good. I don't know what to predict. I don't often do this on this show because it's against everything I stand for, but I'm going to predict North Melbourne win this one by 22. And I will be pleasantly happy if I'm wrong. Love the presentation there. Look at that. Nick Stevens. She's become a bit of a folk hero, hasn't she, old Pops? Already. I love it. A bit of excitement there as well for her debut. I do love it. I do find it bizarre that they're wearing masks in that like huddle, but then they're here warming up, doing tackle drills. Don't quite get it. Like honestly, just blags my head. Blags my head. Blags my head. You know, COVID protocols, but we are about to just go to war and throw each other down. And then we'll put our masks on for the song. Balmy to me. But we're getting ready for it then. I know a few of you will be at Icons. If you are watching, I know that some of you did reach out to me yesterday at training and said that you watch the watch-alongs while you're at the game, which is impressive. So, who knows? My daughter and I argued about it, and then she hit me ball and thrown a donut in the bin. Mate, it's one of them things. Yeah, don't go there. It's a grey area, isn't it? I can't get my head around it. It plagues my head. It's one of them things. Like, I was speaking to one of my mates who plays back in England playing cricket in the county circuit, and he was telling me about like their restrictions and stuff and how balmy it is. Like that they hygiene sanitize the ball, but then it's not sanitized thereafter once it's been used. And I was like, what? I was like, okay, cool. All right. And he was like, yeah, it's balmy, mate. Terry is. He just literally called me before this because I had login difficulty, showing my age. So, yeah, he is at the game. So, but if you are watching me in the game, you're right. How you doing? I just can't imagine hearing my voice as ambiotic music in the background. But there it is. My wife likes it, so it's obviously appealing to some. But no, it was beautiful to be at Icon. A lot of you came and said hello, which was nice. I enjoyed that. Felt like a minor celebrity at one stage, so that was really good. So looking forward to the St Kilda game. That's going to be announced next week, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to getting down to that as well. I'd love to do, I was thinking about it, doing a live watch along at the game. Don't know what everyone thinks. So for those who are not there, I'll be there live and do it. But, mate, we'd love to see you too, Lachlan, mate. You've got to do what you got to do. Those school's important, trust me. Good day, Nick. Good day to you. I enjoy Nick's social media posts. It's always him having a beer or then going to the gym to work it off. I rate that. I rate that commitment. I'm sick of these Amy ads. It was, wasn't it? I'm a big fan of the big games. There's been some big games these next couple of weeks as well coming up. I'm looking forward to Carlton Adelaide because I do like how Adelaide play. And those who know me know that Adelaide are one of the teams that I don't like in the men's games. So it's weird me saying it. But Melbourne, my favourite player is Daisy Pearce. So I do watch a lot of Melbourne. I'm a big fan of Daisy Pearce. Lovely day in Melbourne, though. It's good out here in the western suburbs as well. So we've been blessed. Girls getting in the huddle, and we're about to ball up. wonder why they've got Nat Edwards on the boundary. Bizarre. Bizarre. Right, so here we go. Tell you what, KO does not like me today. Play from live. There we are. Right, so we're now caught up. Darcy there. Hopefully they go all right today. Still no goals from the leading goal kicker last year, so we're expecting something. It's going to be a tough ask today because North are very, very talented. Skills all around the park. If they can get a dub today, from mental standpoint, you can beat anyone in this league. So let's see it. Big fan though, actually. My wife rated Carlton's Guernsey as the best Pride jersey, so they are. So let's see. So we win. That's high, surely, umps. Breaking news for the Pom. My mate's daughter plays for the Poms and covered his rampant there, half the team down. Mate, the Poms are so weird with their approach to COVID as well. I've got a few mates in the UK, and it's just like it's less intense than it is here. It's a bizarre thing. Enjoy the video call at 4, but I'll enjoy your company, Pete. So this is where we struggled last week, particularly when the ball's bouncing just outside our 50, and we didn't react to it. Put the pressure on. It's good to see. It's good to see. It's good to see that. I did know that Taylor Harris plays for Melbourne. Yeah, I watch a lot of the Melbourne games. Well dealt with the bad kick inside 50. Carlton survived that one. Oh, that kick. Come on. Got a bit of time. Yes, that's it. Take your time. Well done, Brooke. What was that from Brooke? That apathetic kick does my head in. That's a rushed kick. That's it. Now think it out. Think it out. You've got players here. That's it. Good little kick inside there. I like that. I like it in border. Horrible kick though there. That kick just outside 50 to defend and also us having it. Shocking. And here you are. We've got a ruckman just walking through the corridor uncontested. Come on, girls. Put a bit of pressure on. Oh, no. That's yours. That's it. Take a bit of time. Not that much time. Oh, my gosh. Oh, come on, Georgia. Come on, Elise. Come on. We're winning the bid on your Guernsey. Make it a good Guernsey. Good handball inside. Oh, my God. The kicks, honestly, every kick Carlton have is always about 5 metres short of the intended target. Elise! There it is! I like the training footage Terriers did. Short, mate, you know me in short ball movement. I'm all about it. Any danger of hitting the target? Don't think so. So this is the danger kick. That kick on ball on the ground. We've got Lua and the legend that is there. We've got Lua and Charlotte Wilson did fix that a bit. Come on, girls. Keep the pressure. That's unbelievable that they've managed to get that to hands. This is really a danger area outside our defensive 50. And when the ball hits the deck, it's chaos. Someone get their hands on it. That's it. It's gotta be a good. Oh my gosh. Oh my. It was very good, Gratz. It was very good, my friend. Tell you what, the composure we've got there, like there's times where you've just got to put your foot through it, and then there's times that you can play it out, and we have no idea. Careful, she hasn't got it. Worrying signs early doors. Like, it's backs to the wall at the moment, but this is my issue with the girls. The pressure comes from ourselves. Come on. Don't just stand there. Someone lay some hands on her. And a behind. Got away with that there. Hey there, Mike Gaming. Hey there, Kev. How you doing, you two? Hope you're all right. So first behind North Melbourne. But this is I agree with you, Greg. Like, the spread is horrible. And everyone becomes clustered in the ball as well in defensive sets. So when you do turn the ball over and you get the ball back in possession, there's nowhere for it to go apart from the contest. I do not like that kick. A lot of work to do there. That's high, umps. Well done. Right, clear your lines here. Like, why a 3-on-2? Like, why? There was no need to take that kick quick. A lot of work to do here. Come on, that's it. Nice and easy. You got a bit of time here. You got a bit of time. Well worked, Nick. Come on, Nick. Oh, stupid rule. Good, did a cardio session. Pretty good start is what they call it. The commentator. Oh, Jesus. It's pretty good start for North. My issue is when we put pressure on ourselves there. Like, that free kick there, it's perfect time to clear your lines and get yourself set. But we played it quickly and just rushed in, and the umpire here has given a free for a bump. Like, we've got a spare in defence. So Harford plays a spare in defence, and you would not believe it. Like, you wouldn't even believe it watching this. Well done, Kaz. Come on, girls, man. The problem is, though, is when the ball hits the deck, the girls are drawn to it. So you literally have no out open player. And then they just kick to more chaos. And eventually the pressure builds to a point where it's game over. Come on, Poppy. Lay that tackle. Oh, tell you what. If I was a coach against Carlton girls team, I'd be like, never kick the ball high into 50. Just kick it along the ground and watch chaos ensue. Oh, my gosh. Look at how set they are behind the... I have no idea what happened there. Look how set they are behind the ball. Can you hear me? There you are. Don't know what happened there. But yeah, they've got a kick inside defensive 50. Not good. Oh, that's too easy. Too easy, goes. Hopefully you can see me. I don't know what happened. This isn't Kushti. Honestly, my pet hate in football is a mark inside 50 that then results in another mark inside 50. For me, that is unforgivable. And a behind. I agree. Well, hopefully I'm back now, Lachlan. Hopefully you can see me. I don't know what happened there. It kicked me out. Heads did go down. For me, that's commitment. Oh my gosh, that is a shocking kick. Not as shocking as the kick at goal, though. Like, there is no movement ahead of the ball, though, for the goal. So, like, look at that. 11 inside 50s to 0 after what? 10 minutes of play? Manny, coach needs to go. Time to go. Time to go. Oh, what are you doing? A handball straight to a forward inside 50. Please take that. That's yours, Kez. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Well done. How many handballs can you give to each other in traffic by the Carlton girls at Icon Park? Look at this, though. Like, see, look, they're moving away from trouble to create space. Horrible kick, but tell you what, I've never wanted a quarter to go. Just give the fans a wave. 55% disposal efficiency. Jesus Christ. Okay, right. So you've switched it. Like, at least needs to run to that pocket there. Hard. Like, you've got a runner right in front of you. Just take the short kick. Well done, Elise. Come on, that's it. Keep going, that's it, Das. Come on, you've got the legs here. Give it back, give it back. Come on, Elise. Come on, Das. Good second effort. We're not set back here. There's way too many people forward. This is a rock show. Look at this, the space here, and this is where it's vulnerable now. Look at that leading her to the ball. Oh. Carlton got lucky there. Is that free against? Ah, we can't even get on the mark for a free kick in front of goal. Ah, yeah, it's KO, Nick, my friend. Hopefully the AFLW are like, you know what, Pom is a pillar of promoting the girls' game. Maybe we should give him some special access or something, but unfortunately, nah, they don't. So I'm watching it on KO. I think it was for a bump off the ball, but this is really poor. This is what we say about why I'm such a stickler on movement ahead of the ball and giving yourselves options. Like that kick, that goal goes back to the behind, where you have two runners short, and someone finally moves. Like Elise should have moved into that pocket of space, easy bob over the top, hold the ball and work your way out. I've never seen a team switch the ball and then just stop. This is ugly, this. Oh, my gosh. Is there a free in the back? Thank you, us. Oof. Paper's stamped. Time to go. Come on, Paige. You tell me Elise wasn't dragged out of that contest. Thank you, us. Well done. Oh, you need to take them. But there you see there's the rush kick. Over the top, over the top. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Would you believe we've just tried to bounce it and totally messed it up? That's high umps. It's round her head. How can you argue it? How? Like, what realm are you arguing that? Like, you literally grabbed her ponytail to wrap round her. Well done. Good kick in. Now, come on, think about it. I reckon you've got this in your right peg. Back yourself. Courtney Jones, come on. Oh, Day, yeah, it's because I'm bidding on my Guernsey and I keep giving her the love. So, Courtney Jones, kick it, go behind. It's poor, but I mean, defensively, it's caused just by the like all around the ground, our ability to create a space for ourselves. is abhorrent. Right, think it out. Think it out. Right, you've got time here. You've got time. Oh, Mads. Oh, Mads. You need to come on, girls. Run hard back. Run hard back. That's yours. Well done. Good spoil. Tell you what, if that goal had gone in, it wouldn't have been so bad, would it? I hate to say it, I'd take 8-1 at the break. Just lock it in now and just reset. Go to quarter time. Get a feel, because that back line, like I'd say the goal and two of the behinds with a bit of movement, we wouldn't have had that pressure. Oh, good mark. I can't get structure up. That's yours, Kez. All day. Is she getting on the mark or what? Loads of space there. Now run for it. Like, they don't look up in the corridor. Look, there is 2 goals out in the open. 2 goals out in the open there on the corridor. Why would you go down the wing? Does Harford know there's a corridor? There was 2 goals totally out in the plane. And we kick it 10 metres in front of the goal, about to run into 2 North. Like, beggars belief. So 30 seconds to go. That's it, Pops. There's a real determination that she's been held, umpire. Come on, easy. Bounce. Come on! 7-8, Brooke Walker. Woo! Tell you what, 8-7, you would take that is daylight, I've got to say. But you take the chances. Well done by Brooke as well, but literally nothing to kick to as well. Good goal. You spot on, Lachlan. Longest part of the journey, going down the wing. Worked out though. Scrappy goal. Doesn't matter, but it is. I tell you what, Dan Harford better put that mask on, because I'll tell you what, Ned Kelly had the human decency to put a mask on his face when he committed robberies. 12 seconds left. Tell you what, if it doesn't fill you with confidence, like a late goal that you don't deserve, tell you, from my time playing soccer, if you're 2-0 down and you get a 2-1 just before as the siren goes, before the whistle goes, that dressing room feels a nice place, because you know you don't deserve it. And now if you start playing well, you can probably win. 7-8. So, I mean, really, if you look at responsibilities, Carlton goes are winning this game in terms of, I think, the defensive issues caused by themselves. But as Peter Hayward says, 2 out of 2. It's not bad. Gotta literally get a little bit better. But there's some huge issues in that back line. And you saw it there in that back line as well. The corridor kick was there. They've really become creatures of habit. And it's almost like teams know. Like, you look at North, they're moving it differently all the time. So it's something to work on. It's something that's fixable. So, but Shat was good. Poppy did really well there, and Brooke Walker, well taken goal. Tough skill. I mean, really, if Courtney had taken a bit more time with that and really got through a kick, Carlton could be 13-8 at the break. Can you imagine that? Gotta love it. Gotta find a way to win. Remember old Walter Smith? Great, one of the greatest coaches I've witnessed in my life. He used to say that sometimes you've just got to find a way, and you force yourself into form. Erin Phillips there. What a sports person she is. Anyone watch? I'm guessing you all watched Barty Party last night. But that was very impressive, wasn't it? She did very well on the Curiosities. Great point here by Peter. Yeah, everything says fear. It was like someone asked me yesterday, how was Dow at training? And there was a few interactions I heard Vossi have with some players. There was one where Kennedy, because the kicks were drilled now, really low and penetrating, more modern day football, not 90s. And he tried to take a bit more off than he could chew. But I heard Voss say, great work, Bam, go again. And Dow still got that real nervy little chip kick into, like, taking a bit off it. Doesn't quite back himself. That's what I'm seeing with the girls. It's like they don't quite back. They can get there with the kick, which it's weird. Hey there, Toby. Good day to you, my friend. Yeah, but I tell you what, she's inspirational. He's at Old Ash Party. So phenomenal win as well, especially that 5-1 in the set. That was phenomenal. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the shortened quarters, and I don't know why they're there, to be honest. But I mean that's what they say in the men, isn't it? You look at the men to make the scoring better. They've tried all these techniques to give them less chance to be interchanged. They cut the interchange bench and things like that. They've literally started to make the men fatigue, which I like. I like. I think. It's weird me saying this because I come from a soccer background where 2 goals is a lot of goals, but it does seem to, especially late in the quarters, you see it. I think it's probably a good thing. Peter put it perfectly. Fear is a major part. Yeah, and that's where I look at the coaching. Like, a major part of coaching, of being a manager, is to take fear away and to breed confidence. So they don't look like they back themselves at all in them type of contests, which I find totally bizarre. And the ball movement particularly, they just don't feel like they believe in their ball movement. Medvedev or Nadal. I want Nadal to win. I think Medvedev's going to win, though. But I really do want Nadal to win because I am a Rafa boy. If I had to pick between the big 3, Rafa's the horse I'm backing. If we're making it a big 4, though, I'm a Muzza fan, big Murray fan. Well, big second quarter. I mean, the team talk at quarter time would be awesome, wouldn't it? It'd be a great place to be when you're winning and there's a few things that need fixing. I always think that's a great place to be, just mentally doing well when it's still not the finished article. Interesting because you do know that Melbourne are going to come back. They're going to come back hard. Oh, that from Erin Phillips. 46 goals. Das there as well. Taylor. Brent. A few Carlton girls on there. Or ex-Carlton girls and current Carlton girls, isn't there? But North will feel really disappointed, I think. Look at that. Elisa Day there. 5 touches. Well, I mean, the help is currently oscillating at other clubs, isn't it? Which, again, another problem. Which is, I think the girls they've recruited are a lot more corridor-based type players for me. Which I don't understand the ball move. That's my big criticism. Like, okay, you've lost these people, but someone, in their infinite wisdom, has said, we need to get rid of him. Is my point. So surely you have a contingency plan. You don't just get rid of people and go, oh, we'll keep playing the same way. I mean, because that makes sense. We need Jesus. Well, I mean, he helped us out that last 5 minutes, Des, because I can't believe 7-8. Imagine that. Love to be in that dressing room. 2 inside 50s to a lot. Got to start looking for it. I mean, for me, it's movement is predominantly the issue with Carlton girls. And I think it's a lack of guidance. So here we are, big quarter here. If Carlton can go into the half with the lead, it'll be bants. You love to see it, Peter, don't you? Mate, let's be honest. We've been here before as a fan base. You want the Dow to win, but yeah, you see, I'm with you. I'm with you, Nicholas, mate. I agree. I think you've got to play a system that gives you the best chance, Lachlan, as well. I can't. That's it. Think it out. Like, if you're analysing this game, there'd be a few moments there, like I would pause the game now at the end of the game and be like, what were you thinking there? What was you thinking there? And I bet she said, I looked up and there was no one to kick to, which then I would be saying, well, forward line, you've got to make that option. Like, it's all well and good standing 40 metres away and hoping for a career best kick. But look at this there. Like, that kick is truly horrendous by North. But there was options for them to get it out very easily. Oh. And North there displaying why they're very strong. Just outside that defensive 50. They put a lot of pressure on. Look. All right, how many turnovers are they going to give us outside defensive 50? Like, that is just a shocking handball. And Nick nails it here. Too many handballs, someone standing still. Exactly. It's great handballing inside, but a marker was on her. And here we are, look, through the corridor, a few handball chains, and look at this. Players out everywhere. Hartford, watch the game. Five versus one. Mate, you can't beat it. You need to improve the accuracy of kicking this quarter. Mate, spot on. Don't be scared to get in there and make the kick out the way they want. Yeah, exactly. You've got to put a bit of pressure on it, but you've also have a bit of composure. Like, that handball inside to Lalua was pointless. Right, you've got to make something happen here, Nick. Right, Georgia, come on. That's all yours. Come on, Das. Come on, Das. Go on. Come on, Das. Get in. Tell you what, there it is, though. We used the corridor, short part of the ground, less time to set. Opportunities are created. And that's what you want with Das. I keep saying it. Kicking it on Darcy's head is ridiculous. Kick it out in front of her and let her work some magic. Like, let's do it. It is. And tell you what, the scoreline is flattering. He's flattering him. But tell you what, keep it up. But that's what I want to see the ball go into Darcy. I want it to be short. I want it to be short, and I want her to work. I want them to work for it. That, to me, that's a logical thing. Like, G and Darcy there linked up really well, and that's the sensible inside 50 with this forward line. Now, kick on and spurt. Oh, she's gone. Umps! Her prior was sat on the bum. Thank you. It was good end to end. And Glenn, if we kick the next one. Oh my gosh. Like, why handball there? Like, why? If they go end to end here, I don't think I can cut. There's more goals in the North forward line than there is in Revs. Well worked out. That's it. That's it. Now, oh my God. Like, how much time do these girls think they have in elite level football? Well done. Right. There, look. Half-back flank! Oh! They need to think quicker. Now, someone needs to run towards her. Like, oh my gosh, look. Like, really? Like, really? Del Pos was... Right, come on. Well done, Moody. Just clear your lines. You got time here? Right, come on, Nick. Well done. That's it. Come on, Brooke. Second, go on. Go again. Go again. She didn't want it. She didn't want it. Come on, Nick. It's yours, Das. You've got this. Turn her inside out. Oh. Tell you what, Darcy is... they're sniffing. They're sniffing pain. Das. She does look dangerous. She's had a bit of a tough year, but I mean, I don't blame Das, Matt. Like, the kicking into her is mental to me. Oh, good tackle. Right, con Dalpos. Con Poppy. Like, what? It's a rush kick, though. Like, no one wants to take a bit of time. Like, it's mind-blowing. Like, how do we have an outnumbering defensive 50 at the moment? Like, look at all these runners towards her. People are running towards her. And that's what you do if you pressure up well enough. You give yourself a chance, but here we are. Look at that. See, there's a good handball to a runner because now Carlton just can't keep up with it because now someone's got free. So you've got to go off your person. And it's so easy, just with good movement ahead of the ball. Ahead of the ball, and it comes apart at the seams. That inside-out handball caused people to peel off their opposite person, creating the one out. And a handball into someone's space running, not with someone on them. It's a deserved goal as well. 14-0. And as hard as Carlton have worked, you took the words out of my mouth, Nick. Too bloody easy. Too bloody easy. Like, all that, and this is Carlton men's 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Working hard for zero reward, broken down by the basics for someone to go down the other end and kick it. You've expelled decent amount of energy. I don't even think, like, North were blowing in defence. And like that. Like that. Love the celebration. Cheers, Lachlan, mate. Yeah, it just falls apart, though, with that. It's basics, though. It's not like rocket science. It's something that you see at country-level football. Like, you don't want a handball to someone who's about to be tackled. Oh, my gosh. And a willingness to be there for your handball. Come on, Loa. Oh. Well done, Courts. That's it. She wanted none of that, Courtney. She wanted none of it, and I love it. Oh no. Oh dear. You know what? If I was the coach, you would have to run 30 laps for every handball that gets someone into trouble. It would be my rule. I agree. Like, make sure like that. Then I love the handball game, but there's no point just handballing into trouble. For me, it's as brainless as kicking just to a 5-on-1. Exactly. Spot on. And the movement is my biggest issue with the girls. Ahead of the ball, with possession, there is no movement. I did Hayley Miller is something else. Something else. Fremantle, how they move is phenomenal. Creating options. Come on, girls. 50 push-ups. Yeah, I love it. Old school punishments. Old school punishments. I used to get them for every header I blazed over the bar, because our coach, when I was a kid, used to say that it's been a coward if the ball goes over the top from a header. Because if you're brave and you get your bonds on it, it'll be straight. As we've got a chance here, there's my question there in that inside 50. Why did Poppy run towards her and not run into the centre? Give yourself space. You lead the defender. Don't let the defender lead you. Tell you what, if you go through the corridor and Carlton goes, it has to be the easiest thing you'll ever do. Like, honestly. Like, they have balls this in through the corridor up. And we haven't got scoops. You haven't got time to do that. Right, work this out. Well done, that's it. Right, look back inside, look back inside. Come on. Turn and go, turn and go, turn and go. You've got space. Now people move towards space. Like, why did you have to kick it then? You've still had another 5 minutes of running. Oh, my. The corridor is more open than the 7-Eleven at the moment. It's bad when, I would say, statistically speaking, our kicks in the corridor are 100% to a North goal. She hasn't got the ball. She hasn't got the ball, Kez. Like, I want to back you, Kez, but she hasn't got the fucking ball. And there you see mistakes come from inadequacy. As Nicholas says, it's the simple stuff we can't do. You're right, Nicholas. I think Half puts more line in his beard. Mate, spot on. Spot on. Guaranteed he moisturised that beard as no. Horrible kick and goal. Got away with it. 4 minutes to go. Point in it. Problem is if, let's just say, the scores stay like this and Carlton lose by a point. Oh my fuck, Lord jeez. How do you kick it out of bounds on the full from a... How? I would have said that was statistically impossible. Wouldn't say improbable. If they kick this to mark, honestly, this could go in, actually. She's got the talent to kick this. Oh, she's run round off it. Great kick. You just stand there on the mat. You can't complain, 21-14. You're spot on, Nick, man. And it's simple stuff. And, like, North haven't really been impressive, I don't think. No one pays for mistakes like us. I always think you're a product of your output. And for me, it's just basics. Like, you're going to get punished if you handball to static targets or people in trouble. Like, good goal. Can't argue it, but, like, you've got to ask Kez. She knew. Why? Need to respond here, but look at this. Look, handballs to people in space. And look at the chase. She's just paddled that all the way. My favourite signal in AFL. So it's happened a few times as well. But I mean, the problem is especially with the Carlton goals, we don't get it close enough to go as well. It's just kicks and hopes. Oh, look at this. Three players uncontested. Lucky that wasn't I. Come on. Like, how are they handballing in traffic under zero pressure and there's four stood round there? Should be more pressure than my nan cooking ham. Our mistakes are giving them points. Spot on, Andrew, mate. It's easy stuff as well. And there you are. All you've got left is the boot up forward. Like, what are Poppy and co doing here? Poppy and Courtney. Like, hoping that we have a 60-metre drop punt out of defensive 50. It's mental. Good mark. Oh, my good Lord. That's it. Right. That's it, Pops. Well done, Poppy. Well done. Take the contact. Love it. Do I enjoy this? Mate, I love sport. Love sport. Boys, girls, anything. I'll watch anything. But when it's Carlton, I'll watch. Carlton could start a Tiddlywinks team and I'll do a watch along. Jones has been everywhere. Mate, very hungry girl, and I love that. Very hungry. Very good desire. Yeah, because the big Gregory Owen just punt 90 metres in the air has just been so successful for us. So let's just keep doing that. Let's just keep doing it, eh? Why change it? All right, good luck with the video call, Pete. Thank you very much for joining me. Much love, my friend. Come on, Poppy. Right. Well done, Courts. Now, get into some space for it because you just know that this is just lining up for the big kick. Well done. Well done, Mads. That's it. Run into space hard. You're out here. You're out here. You're out here. Well done. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, though. Oh, my Christ alive. Oh, Courts. Courts, this rounded egg shape. That's it. Let fucking know about it. Well done. Well, I think North, they are one of the earlier teams. They've been in it for a while. I think just as long as Carlton. But I think the thing with North and what they're special at is they've built a system. They've built a real system from start to finish. Where Carlton, our system was, particularly when we started, it kind of focused on our massive skill differential that we did have talented players where other sides didn't. North, on the other hand, built a system of where it was going to go. And the problem is the girls have simply got better. Girls now can kick and mark. When Carlton were doing well and making finals, they were few. Now players are starting to get a bit smarter, a bit fitter, with more experience. And it's starting to get found out. And as the halftime siren goes, it's deserved. 22-14. Just blow the halftime siren. Yeah, well done. I was going to say, what's the point? Mate, Chris, you're right. And we're in it. And we're in it because we've done simple. Like, the thing is, we've taken what little chances we've had. But they've been fabricated chances. Problem is North are always going to get chances because just our basics are so lacking. Like, so lacking that it's actually bordering criminal. A lot of work to do for the girls here. A lot of work to do. Like, it has been really easy. And that's the stress that I get watching the girls play. That, like, them long kicks, that's a tactical approach. And it's also just look ahead of the ball with North when they have the ball, and then look at the head of the ball when we have the ball. It's bizarre. Like, Nick nailed it. The staticness is mental. And North go off. You're right, Chris. I mean, they're out of sync. They're not playing beautiful football like North are used to playing. And they're opening the door. They're leaving the door ajar. But the problem is North haven't really worked hard. This is a great question from Mo. Do I believe the men's performance rubs on the reserves and women's? I don't, but I think there will be an ethos of standards. And I think that, like, if you look at Richmond, I remember speaking to a good mate of mine who's a huge Richmond fan. He was saying that the VFL were constantly held against Richmond and vice versa. So they'd say, well, the VFL side are doing well and stuff like that. And it became like a culture around both the AFL and the VFL. And now to the VFLW and the AFLW, that it's kind of like these are the standards we demand as a club, not as a women's VFL, VFLW, men's. It's a united branch. This is what we stand for. And my big question is why wasn't the AFLW encompassed in the football review? They are a part of our football department, are they not? And for me, if Teague came under trouble, Teague always couldn't coach. That wasn't a surprise. It didn't need reviewing, right? It was obvious. The answer was evident. But I'm more concerned about Hartford. If you make finals and then you're really shit, I think that's a more alarming thing personally for me if you've nearly reached the top, because now you know the standard required to reach just in the echelon, in the conversation. So it should be easy to replicate it here on out. And that, for me, is one of them questions I have, is why that wasn't reviewed and why aren't them processes followed? Because look at the selection today. 2 girls drop out that would be a good argument they were nowhere near the worst. And Charlotte Wilson, yes, she has to come in. But tell me that there wasn't more deserving players to drop out? Not playing basic football, no awareness for turnovers from marks, playing on... Exactly. It's like a switch. It's not a consistent thing. They either rush when they don't need to, and then they take time when they haven't got it. It's so many things there as well. Lack of communication for a start, a lack of game awareness. Then you've got your structure approach. Like, running ahead of the ball isn't player-led. That's structure-based. When you go back through Carlton for the last 3 years and they've never done it, that's structure-based. And there's girls playing for us and girls playing for other teams that do it. Like, watching Taylor for Melbourne and her leading patterns totally different than they ever were for us. And then you've got to start asking questions. What is the structure in place at this football club? And my biggest issue is, to go back to Mo's point, this comes from the men, the VFL, the VFLW, and now the AFL. If the score stays 6 points to North, people will say this. North are a good side. We weren't so far off. And that's the problem. Because North have been woeful. Do you know what I mean? Woeful. And they're leading. And let's be honest, 2 years ago we were in finals, as were North. So we should be looking at North as not a superior side, a side that we want to match up with. Yeah, sometimes it's too cute. And this is where my issue is of 90s men footballers being involved in AFLW. And I'll tell you for why. If you watch the women's football and you go back, go back 10 years, it was almost a new brand of football. But what the girls played, because it was all young coaches and new coaches trying to get an opportunity in the industry, they were coaching the girls the style where the men were going to. So as they were phasing out the old archaic method of football and bringing a new one in, the girls were kind of the forerunners of the modern day game. Kick mark football is dead. Is dead. Long kicks. And you watch 90s football and 80s football and 70s football, it's exciting to watch. It's different, but it's all long kicks to marking contests. Game's ended now. That game is ended. It has no place in the AFL anymore. It's a throwback. It's the 4-4-2 in soccer, right? Do you know what I mean? Because it's fluid. You look at a good exponent of the 4-4-2, Diego Simeone at Atletico Madrid. Total different 4-4-2 when I'm a kid. Total different roles. It's such a different brand, and it's exciting to watch. You watch the modern day teams. That's my issue. Like Harford, no disrespect to him, was a mediocre player in an era where the style of football has no place here. I'd rather see a 22-year-old kid straight out of sports university coaching a game than I would these old pros. Spot on, Toby. And that's the problem. Communication. And it's not there. Who do you think was the better coach? Bolton by a country length. I think Bolton total superior coach in the terms of, if you go back then, look at the cattle Teague had and look at the cattle Bolton had. At least Bolton can hide behind the fact that his team were just piss and babies and they changed the goalposts. At least they were competitive around the ball. They were just useless. Hey there, Lachlan. Good to have you back. Yeah, look, different ways. No, yeah, mate. So it's like having an option of who would you rather have sleep with your wife. We haven't got near our potential yet. Exactly. And these girls are talented. Cheers, Nicholas, for joining, mate. Pleasure having you. Fluid, it's a fucking circ. Mate, you see, my biggest worry when I watch teams playing bad is this, and I said this about a lot of teams that I support. I don't mind when you're not playing well when there's something you can see. If you know what I mean, when you can see what they're trying to do, and you kind of like, okay, it's not quite gelled yet. And Teague and Harford, I don't know what they're trying to do. It's kick the ball as far as possible, quickly as possible, devoiding any kind of structure when the ball hits the deck. It's just kind of like, oh, when the ball goes, you get the ball, move it forward, move it forward, move it forward, move it forward. If that's what you're trying to do, it's mindless, is one. But two, I don't see an identity, because then sometimes it changes and sometimes we start using the handball and the chains come. And I'm thinking, I remember that game against St Kilda where we handballed it loads, and Teague's press conference afterwards, I didn't like the handball. And we went back to that long kicking. And you see Harford say the same thing against Geelong. Oh, I thought we overused the handball. Won you a game, did it not? Do you know what I mean? Won you the fucking game. Like drop the arrogance. Like, drop the arrogance is my question. Like, I have philosophies of how I like to see football play and soccer. I remember coaching junior soccer in the UK. I was a big coach of it. I loved it. Sometimes I just got shit kids. Do you know what I mean? As horrible as it sounds, sometimes the kids were shit in that year group, and I was unlucky. I was unlucky that the kids that were coming up were crap. So I had to change the game plan from what I personally liked to suit the cattle I had. Like, it would have been awesome for me to say, right, I want to play pet football with kids who were shit. Like, I had to change it. Thoughts on the men's leadership? I really like it. I've been an advocate for a captain and joint vices. They happened to pick the three that I had named. Brilliant. Don't need leadership groups. Not everyone needs a title. Do you know what I mean? Teammate should be a big title. I think Team and Harford teamed up when they were coaches to try and make us bag. Mate, could be. Greg, that is probably, on the whiteboard, they probably have one of them big fucking whiteboards like I've got in my office, a big A1 one. It probably just says, get ball, catch ball, kick ball. Imagine that as your training session. I like the captain too. Yeah, mate, I'm a big fan of it. I have a 200 about commentating. Mate, he froths a Twitter reply as well. If you tweet him, he'll passively aggressive like it, or he'll send you a little fire back. Right? It's a shame he can't send a bit of fire into the fucking game plan though. 8-point loss then. Do you think the third shot to play this season? Be interesting to see what they do. I'm pretty sure because of the mandate of 2, there's got to be some kind, like, there has to be, you would have thought. I mean, it'll be 2 ways. It's either 2 and done, which was the original agreement to us, and they stand by that. Because if they start halfway through the season when the drop-off is huge in the boosters worldwide, right? Which was obvious. You know, I mean, the UK anticipated 30% of the people that were double vaccinated would get their boosters. Why they didn't mandate it. And it's why now they've dropped the mandates. And it's above that, but it's still low. Like, it's obvious. It's obvious people are going to drop off. Be interesting to see, though, THC. Be interesting to see if they do, and if they do mandate it, for me, it's a huge worry. Because I can, if you're losing players mid-year, worried. Could always coach the goal side. At least they make a tiny bit better. I think Jew, though, at least he plays a decent style of football. He just doesn't have the cattle. But I watched Terry's match with him yesterday. Looked shocking. Were you there? And if yes, what do you think? I thought it was pretty good. I thought what they were trying to do, and I said it in my review, was they were really focusing on contested work and getting the ball out of contests. Depends when Terry recorded it. I saw it and I can't place it because there was a few match sims going on, but there was a real onus on pressure and looking at especially the forward pressure was the momentum of really putting pressure on the defenders. And that was really evident in the skill errors on the defense side. And there seemed to be a lot more focus on using the ball short in close. So I left it actually with a sense of I was very happy because the skill errors I saw were for mainly players that I'm used to seeing them. And I think that that's just them. And I think that's their level. But I was confident. I did see a different structure, a different plan. So I think we're in a good place with the men. Still waiting to hear back from Carlton. I put my offer in saying that I'll coach him for the remaining season. Said I wanted a 10k bonus if I beat Adelaide or North. So now if they install me on Monday, I've got 5 days to beat Adelaide. I'll get it done. Don't worry. Batter Adelaide. So next half then, I mean, it's all right saying what you want to see. I want to see some movement ahead of the ball. I want to see a bit of game management. I'm looking towards Kez here. I'm looking towards Maddie to have that mentality of I'm going to control the tempo of the game. I don't think there is anyone on our list that tempos the game. And I want to see some movement. Can't wait. The Olympics. Love a spot at the Olympics. Tell you what, there's a few ad breaks, isn't there? Jesus Christ. Good goal, that as well, by North. No narrowing of the angle there. Love that head shake from that guy in the audience, fuming. So here we are then, second half, just about to get underway. Look at that, one disposal, one goal. You hate to see it. I had a few of them when I was a kid. I had a few of them. Yeah, I think it will be mandated. I do think. I think it's a grey area. Like you say, there's a few now starting to come out of the woodwork. And I don't like it because you want your best players to be playing. I was quite clear on the Novak case as well. Like, for me, you want the best players playing. Otherwise, it just waters down the product. And I think soccer nailed it. And I think the fact you see most of Europe now getting rid of mandates and stuff, without going on a COVID tangent, there's a reason. Do you know what I mean? That I hate Boris Johnson, but something he said, by now the humans have lived for 3 years of COVID. If they don't know what to do now to protect themselves, they never will do. So I agree. Like, for me, I don't like it. I don't like people losing their jobs and suffering. I don't like it. Cheers, Toby. Much love to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. It's good to have you here. So, big second half. Can the girls do it? Let's hope so. Just want to see. I want to see some better ball movement from them. Come on, girls. Come on. Let's get this. Big dub this if we can sneak it. And there's nothing better than winning, I think, when you don't deserve it. And we win the tap and lose the clearance. We really don't like the ball falling just outside of defensive 50. If the ball is on the deck outside of defensive 50, I don't know why it causes chaos. But it really does cause us chaos. Come on, girls. See, look, ground ball. Our ability on the ground is really, that used to be a strength. Oh, lucky that got touched. But that's another pet hate of mine. Marking contests, people assuming you're going to mark it. So you don't cover the back or the front of the contest and you just be like, it's all right, we'll mark it. Oh, we do miss Hoskin massively. Miss both of them. Oh, like there's nowhere for this to go now. So now that's it. The switch. That's yours. Now make some movement ahead of her so she doesn't have to go a long bomb. That's it. And look to half flank. I don't look shocked. There's an outnumber down the right. Oh, well done. Right, Brooke, run towards her. Run towards her. And you see, that's where it goes too slow. That's why it goes too slow there, because Brooke, for me, should have come back. It should have come back inside. Give her the target so you can go over the top again. Look at this here. Running handball. Easy for you there, Kez. Oh, Kez. Can we stop paddling it? Great pressure. Lewis sold that. Sold that. I love it. Easy kick down here. Now you see Nick Stevens there. She's running back to centre half back. I wanted to see I want to see her make an additional movement up forward. Like, why run behind the ball when there was? Why are we playing an extra behind the ball? I know we're getting battered, but I want her impacting. That's it, Mads. Well done. You've got this, Brooke. She's working hard. Does old Brooke Walker. I'm a big fan. North Melbourne by 9. Could be. Come on, girls. Put that tackle on. Now watch how North work this out. Horribly. See, there it is. The inbound kick was there. She didn't want it. I'll see how we work it out from here. Come on, Georgia. Panic kick. And it's always a risk when they go through the corridor. Look at this. Girls running towards the ball. Look at this now. They've got 2-on-1 on the right. Oh. It's good. It's the Moz. That's what we want. Horrible kick inside 50. That's gone. That's gone. Big bump as well. That's it. Come on, girls. Oh, corridor. That's it. Yeah, well done. That's it. You see? Oh, you see, if you're going to run, you've got to take the fucking mark. But that's better from Delpos. Running inside, like run towards the ball carrier, help them out, as we've just conceded the softest free you'll see in 2022. Well done, Nick. I have no one in the forward line. Look at how many people were playing behind the ball to contend with this. Did she have that in control once? Did she? It didn't look like it from here. Oh, you've got the extra in defence. Do you know what I mean? Got the extra in defence. Seeing this as well, North, they just rest in front of the contest. 2 Carlton girls go for it, and they just bat, and they're preparing. They're preparing. Hey there, Arlo. How you doing, mate? I believe they're making like a new area that's got like a museum and all sorts, redevelopment, like conference rooms and all sorts. I think they're doing like an all-seater stadium at the other side. Come on, you've got to put the pressure on. Oh. What's Emma King doing there? Well done. Come on, girls. Take the stoppage. So 7 minutes to go. There's nothing, no change on the scoreline, really. Carlton deep in defensive 50, though. Paige Trudgeon kicks it out across to half back. Bit of work to do here. That's it. Shepherd for her. That's high umps. Thank you. Right, chance to clear your lines here. Well done, Courts. Connor Ellis, that's it. Beautiful. That's it. Good looking kick from Das. Well done. Shot a goal. Look at that for a great. See, that's it though. From the turnover there, naturally the forwards were in position. Needed that. Still in this. Amazingly. Still in this. Come on. Yeah, Lachlan, it's like an extension on there. They're going to have a museum built in there, and I think there's some like community like memorial thing. And then I think they're adding like a standing, a seating area type thing. Should be good. Horrible kick. Free kick. What's that for? Oh, the obligatory 50 metre. Hey, we love a 50 metre around these parts. How much do you think 50 metres is, Ums? Fuck me. Nearly my house. Oh, shocking kick. Well done, Alice. Go on, Alice. Straight to centre half forward. Plopped it on her. She's kicked one goal today. You just look at this as well. Look, they're desperately looking. Oh my gosh. How does she mark on two of you? It was like she literally said she wasn't going for goal. North have a kick in front. And you'd say, Randall, the one she took earlier was harder. But that's the thing there. Like the lack of preparation there. Like she literally said she was kicking onto the goal square. Like you heard the words come out of her mouth. Simple mark out in front. And a monster way behind. Gosh knows how she missed that. Come on, girls. Need a goal. Oh, but we're back to these panic kicks out there. Come on, loose. That's it. Well done. That's it, Nick. Go on. Oh, I hate that paddle. I think we paddled too much. Like, honestly, I think we paddled too much. Absolutely sweltering as well. The sun's just come out. Look, got the lights on. Mate, some of the shepherding is dire. Well done, Abs. Well done. Oh, like if you can't, how can you not catch a handball? I'd love to see Carlton's handball statistics for handballs into trouble. Come on. Come on, Das. You've got plenty of time here. We've got numbers down here. Oh, why would you turn into trouble? Oh, got lucky there. I mean, you could argue. I'm not gonna. I'd never argue for a free kick against us. 86, mate. I'd imagine it would be 99. Pete, mate. I mean, whichever way they went, Pom's laps or your push-ups, we'd have to dedicate a Monday to it. I think every marking contest thus today has gone out in front. And I don't get why no one's out in front. Like, North have worked it out, but we still don't have... We have 3 people going up for that marking contest. Come on, Mads. Oh, my gosh. Oh, look at this as well. Look, like, causing girls to peel off their own opposite numbers. Like, we're playing a spare in defence, and we are struggling. They're struggling to contain this, and we have an extra. If we get out of this quarter, oh, there it is. I was going to say, if we get out of this quarter without conceding a goal, we've done incredibly well. Communication baffles me, but we have an extra number in defence, and somehow we're second to the ball. And when we do turn it over, we have nowhere for it to go. Pressure's so good from North. Well, she kicked a pew the first one. This is a little bit more degree of difficulty, a little bit further back. Same result, that. And there it is, 15 points. And you've got to double your score in a quarter unless we score now. Virtually impossible. It's poor. It's poor. It's really poor. You're right, Sam. It's a coach killer. It's poor, though. And the pressure's been brought on themselves. And the girls work so hard. Their structure makes them work so hard defensively and in offense to make something happen. So you're already at 10% less energy levels than they are at this stage. Because North, apart from that goal where it was good forward pressure, they haven't really worked particularly hard for any of their goals. Come on, Georgia. We love a paddle at Carlton. We do love a paddle at Carlton, don't we? Well, 11 seconds left on the clock. You got to go quick. And that's taken too long. And that's the siren. 30-15. Carlton going to have to double their scores to even share the points. But the problem is, it's a bit more of the same. We put ourselves in pressure. I'd love Harford to explain why he's played the spare in defence for 4 quarters now. And we actually look like we're outnumbered in the defensive half. Which, I'm of the school of thought sometimes the best defence is offence. I'd like to see that extra around the ball. Because I think we're struggling to create something to get ourselves out of trouble. I'd like to see Darcy go across the halfback flank. Get someone with the ball. Can't believe the voice is still going. Is that real? Go grab a kebab and a drink, mate. Oh dear. No, I'll see it through. We always do. Mate, needs a stellar quarter. That's a paddling. That's a paddling. We do love a paddle. I don't get it. Pick the ball up. It would have been Helena. 30-15, I think, flatters Carlton, to be fair. But a lot of work to do. This will be one of them games that if I was a player, I'd think they didn't play well. And we still lost. Mate, it's like the men. The defenders are working hard, but the problem is when they turn it over, they have 0 options other than a long punt 9 million miles in the air and hope someone marks it. The game plan would involve, I reckon, going back to it where we said get ball, kick ball. I reckon somewhere in there is hopefully mark ball. Because it wouldn't be mark ball. There's no way he's got that as a game plan. Because it's just a hope mark ball. I like the way that on 7 Victoria, we have Visit Melbourne and ad. Why would I want to go on holiday in my own state? Doesn't count. Unless I've got to change my area code, it's not a holiday. Oh, dear. So big last quarter for the girls. Real big last quarter. Be interesting to see. I just can't see Carlton dispensing of half mid-year. But give it to Simpson to end the season. Mate, Lewis, exactly. But That's it. If the side doesn't play well and you take your chances, you've got it. But I would have expected us to kick on. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the biggest confidence booster in the world is when you're not playing well and you're ahead. Like, it's a huge motivator. And we didn't seem to kick on. And like North have smelt a little bit of blood. They see that pressure eventually tells. But we're not doing anything to alleviate the pressure. It's poor. So, I mean, a lot of work to do. Yeah, Pommy, when we turned the ball over, we looked shocking. We got back and we spread too well. Yeah, spot on. Like, North are simply just better. And when they do get possession of the football, it's in the hot zones. They're working overtime. When we get the ball, we're not really working overtime. We're resorting to kicking it back into pressure areas. Losing the Twins has cost us. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge question I have, why we've let these girls go and we haven't really replaced them, even with similar types. And then if you don't replace them with similar types, surely the game plan changes and evolves. It's weird. It's weird. Exactly, Greg. You were spot on. Say ball, get ball, kick ball. Like, it's... I'd love to see. I reckon, cheekily, I reckon that's on the whiteboard in the dressing rooms. Do I consider AFLW, Carlton, Mickey Mouse? Well, I mean, tactically, it's Mickey Mouse. I think the girls are a lot better than the tactics. There's a lot of faces there that have dropped, I feel, looking at that. I'd imagine on that whiteboard right now, watch ball. See ball, get ball, kick ball, watch ball. I reckon on that whiteboard, right, is Harford's top 5 tweet responses right now. It's probably like, someone called me a Mickey Mouse coach, so I sent this GIF. Doesn't look like a very impassioned, like a G up, does it? It doesn't look like the kind, like the G up I'd be giving now would be, North have been shit, we've been shit. One good fourth quarter, we win this. And fucking North's looks quite intense, and they're double our score. And they played pants. You know, my big pet hate, and I see it at work as well, you know, the security, your security things. Nick Newman's done it as well. Why wear it like a man bag, like over one shoulder? Just tuck it in your shirt, bro. Then it doesn't flap round. Like, it's a big thing. Aussies on the back foot in the cricket. Tell you what, the girls doing very well. Them Pom girls, tell you, love them all. How do you think it go? All jokes aside, could you leave? I'd give it a shot. I reckon it would be great TV as well, because I have a lot of strong comments. I'd love to take it on. I'd love to. Said to the club, it's great marketing, isn't it? Imagine a Pom male, first AFLW females coach, first overseas coach. Why hasn't AFLW? I said this in my email to the club. Why has the AFL never had a foreign coach? You're telling me that we're that arrogant that we believe because we invented the game, we know more than the rest of the world? Does say that in the UK, we invented the sport. Do you know what I mean? Some of the most brilliant tactical innovations have come from overseas. I'd give it a shot. What have you got to lose? 4 games left of the year. Come on, Georgia. Come on, loose. This is good pressure, this. You've got some numbers here now. Oh, Courts. Either Courtney has no faith in the girls around her there, or she took too long. Hey, Nick Newman, I wouldn't mind giving it to Nick Newman to the end of the year. It is. It's lazy. It's lazy. You are spot on. It's lazy kicks. It's rushed kicks. It's like, if in doubt, like, look there, we're playing for the high. That when you're playing for a high deep in defensive 50, you are out of ideas. That's it. Hit the contest hard. What was that, Shepherd? Like, handballs have got to hit targets. Like, someone needs to really get the message out there that the ball is a weird shape. So when the ball hits the deck, it doesn't go where you intend it to. Hey, mate, it'd be a lot more honest. That's what I ask for from us. Oh, my God. That kick, like, there's no way in heaven's earth you thought that kick was a good idea. How easy was that? It's not 15. Well done. Was that a handball? She threw it in the air and then paddled it. It's the definition of a throw. Thank you, Ums. Now, Abby McKay there's got to run hard into space. Like, I want to see her sprint past here now. Right, someone needs to run. You see, there's three running to the same area. Why is someone not running into space? Like, we're all in the same area. What good's that going to achieve? I remember on a Saturday once playing footy for an Argentinian he'd moved from England. He took over our team, and he used to ask us to attack space as hard as if it was a man. And probably he had a zonal system, and playing Saturday League, like Div 9, you've never heard of zonal systems. It was always man marking. And it was so right. Attack grass as if it's a man. So easy out the back. So easy. And look at this. There's runners everywhere. Honestly, it's like a Sunday afternoon shopping fucking Coles. What was that kick? Well done, Dalpos. That's it, Mo. I don't think anyone wants it. Do you know what I mean? I think there is a bit of fear. And I think, for me, when I look at all team sports I've played, if you've got a good structure, the fear goes because you believe in what you're doing. And at the moment, I think it's requiring individual brilliance. Oh, 31-15. Yeah, it just needs that big dragon, doesn't it? What was the dragon called? Chat. What was the dragon called in Neverending Story? I remember it. It looked like a dog. It looked like a flying dog, but it wasn't. So Dalpos doing kick-ins now. Carlton girls just need to get it out of the half back line. Just outside 50 is a danger zone for Carlton, with and without the ball. Steamboat Willie, the dragon was. Hey, oh, what was that from Dalpos? There's numbers here. She was always kicking inside. Good goal. Always coming inside. She was always going to take that on the inside. 37-15. It's really poor. Lewis, well, I mean, the corridor doesn't exist. Don't know if Harford lives in an open planned house. Because I bet he's never walked through his fucking corridor. It's probably one of them people who goes through the back door. Fall call, that's it. Yeah, when I was a kid, I thought it was a dog, but someone told me it is actually a dragon. Will I get myself a job at Carlton in the next 5 years? I don't know. I highly doubt it. Without getting into the politics of the AFL, I think the AFL is very, very xenophobic. Hugely xenophobic. Wouldn't say racist. God, I don't think it is. I think it's xenophobic, though. I don't think it likes outside influence, outside money, outside mindset. And I think that's why we have a huge gulf in development compared to the rest of the sports. I think if you look at how the A-League has progressed compared to how AFL has progressed, it's different. They embrace foreigners. Come on, Lucy. Oh. I did crank. I think I commented on it as well. I did comment it. I'm sure I commented on the reel. I really did enjoy it, mate. You know, anything with the kernels in floats my boat. It did. I like the way that Nick Stevens knew that I'd missed without even looking up. See, the long kick doesn't work. Dave, trigger, and us. Right, see, that's a good kick because there's time and space. But you see, the problem is you can create that space organically when you haven't turned the ball over in a quick. Oh. Like, why would you handball there? What did you think was going to happen? Big 8 minutes here. Like, it looks like, looking at the flags, we're playing with the wind. Hi, Lachlan, mate. No better way to ruin your data on your phone than watching a live stream. Big 8 minutes here. You want to finish strong, because one thing that worried me last week was how they finished. Like, they queued in the rack, big style, the girls did, in the last 5 of that quarter. I don't want to say that again, because that is a worrying sign, watching sides when they give up. So kick out in front to a person that's running. Easy handball as well there. Tough that was a throw, was it? I think that tap throw rule, scoop palm. Oh, that's a horrible kick. Horrible kick. A lot of work to do from down. Oh. Way too experienced to be doing shit like that. And look at that. Like, she's played way too many games. Former All-Australian as Dalpos. And movement in the defensive 50 as well. Like, runners everywhere. Someone's having a barbecue just outside my window. And it smells so fucking good. So, yeah. Chuck a sausage through the thing. Lewis, it's been pod decision making. You're helping me survive this. Thanks for doing it, mate. You guys and girls help me survive this as well. We love a watch along. Keeps me going. So 38-15. Really want to see a couple of goals. Your analysis on that side is flawed. As your football's only played here, football's played all around the world. I see your point. I'd say that I know a few people in data analysm. I know a few people in processes that have approached the AFL direct and been heavily knocked back from the world of sports. There is big investment going into AFL UK and around the other leagues as well, where the AFL, from speaking to people in the AFL Europe particularly, AFL's input is kind of Mickey Mouse in access and resources. I think a lot more could be done. And I think particularly the AFL, my opinion on it, as they've got a kick inside 50, is the AFL should make a hell of a lot more money than it does, considering that it has no natural rivals. And it doesn't. It doesn't get better. Doesn't get better. I think they miss massive tricks from the world of sport, particularly how COVID has been handled and the lack of development. The lack of development on its social media front is horrible. The fact you can't get access to training unless you're in Victoria, when every major league in the world, even the shit leagues, Division 2, the conference, I can watch my local team. They play in Division 5, where I grew up. I can watch all their training sessions by signing up to a subscription program. It's archaic. And same people get the same jobs, don't they? Like, it's not harsh, Mark. I'm not being harsh about AFL. Just saying, for me, the rest of the world does things better. You've sometimes got to admit that. The Poms can admit that. People can do better. Ideas come from unlikely sources. My daughter's under 15 Jimbaroo team spreads better than this. It's poor. It's basics. It is, yeah. There's honestly, some of the UK games are pretty good. They got to go back to the basics. Mate, Ethan, spot on. It's walk before you start running. This is legit torture. It's not that bad. We're used to it. Watch-alongs. We're veterans. Much love, Lachlan. Love you. Love you. And again, another simple mistake for a free kick. It's basics, unfortunately. Where is Terry sat? Terry, where you sat? We'll see if we can see you. We can play Spot the Taz. It's a great kick, great goal. Starting to become bad now. We're going to learn a lot about the goals this next block, because this was where they queued in the rack. They checked out. And for me, the biggest sign a team has turned their back on their coach is if teams stop running, the desire goes, because that comes from a love and willingness that's instilled to you that only a coach can instill. Well, I mean, even at the moment, it's just kick the ball forward and hope. But there's no running. There's no devoid of running. Devoid of running. It's very static. The fact we've played an extra in defence all game and it's been so easy to find an uncontested mark hurts me. And we've gifted a lot of goals. See, that's a smart kick outside and front. But look at this here. Look, there's two girls there just totally unmanned. Look. Oh, what are you doing? Oh my God. They've got a composure of one of my nan's flams. Honestly, like one of my nan's flams. It's see ball, get rid of ball. Can't wait for March 17th. Now, that's my major concern as well, down back. They're all clustered together, so what can you do other than handball it into trouble? Like that dinky kick there, honestly. My promise, if I ever make it as a coach of any sport, you do one of them little loopy, whatever they are, kicks, you won't play again. Hate it. Cornelise, I'm winning your shirt, my darling. Oh, big Nick Stevens. Give her time. Right. We have to use it here. Like that kick there. She's done well here. Oh, she wanted the glory. Poppy wanted glory there. And North have just outworked it. The problem is North have not played well. And what has been evident is as the game's worn on, North have just done it, like taking a mark there in front of two. Look at the space. It's so easy. Look at this, the runners. Kez is having to, well done, Kez, chasing it. Too easy. Too easy. What can you say? It's poor. It's really, really poor. It's really poor. Something's got to change. And using a UK head on this, it seems to be a very Australian sport thing, and I think it's because you guys are so lovely as people compared to Poms. We're a little bit more like instinctive in our decision making. Why do coaches get till the end of the year? Because to me, it just ingrains shit. Like, you have it at work as well in certain places on performance reviews, and there's like all these things you've got to go through to change something up. And like, I'm thinking, if it's just simple and the answer's there, change it up. Why would you give someone time to make it worse? Because bad habits need ingraining out. And the longer you give it, the longer it takes to ingrain out. So the next coach, I'd rather give him 4 games to the end of the year to try and work it out, try and iron it out. If they kick a goal from this with 2 of the most horrendous kicks ever, that's an aberration. Come on, girls. Come on, Das. Oh, Das. Yeah, North have done well, Mo. You're spot on. I mean, at the end of the day, they haven't played superbly, but they've just done what they need to do. And I thought it was a worry yesterday when Brisbane just beat Geelong, and you saw Geelong had a bit more composure. Like we talked about that it was masking Carlton because they had the composure of an otter in the Sahara Desert. Oh, Abs, you haven't got that much time. That's it. Well done. Come on, try and get a goal to finish. Come on, Nick. Yes! Deserve the goal to finish. Bev, well done, Georgia. Cheers, Mo. Much love for sticking round. G got that. She has ran tirelessly all day. £30 points. We always say double things in women's sport to men's sport in the AFL. I always say double it, like, you know, with the game time and stuff. It does feel like a 60-point loss. It does. That was goodbye, Georgia. She is old class. I do love a bit of Nick Stevens. Please, not a goal. That should be an end of proceedings then. 8 seconds left on the clock. A 30-pointer. What is the umpire doing here? Like, does it matter? There's 10 seconds left, brah. Nine seconds, and it was poor, really. Not much you can say. Lack of composure. Like, the same problems there. Georgia takes them out to see out the quarter. Poor execution, poor decision making. A lot of work to be done, and it gets harder because Adelaide are up next. And not much to take out of that game. Not much to take out of that game, really, for them in terms of positives. It's the basics, and it'd be interesting to see where Half goes from here if he does continue. I mean, I'd love the club to be bold. I think it needs a fresh approach. I think you can stagnate, and it looks stagnant. It's shown all over the ground. But as to everyone, great to see Toby, Tim, all the usuals, Crank, Lewis, Peter Haywood, all you legends, Lachlan, Arlo. Great to see all the regs in the chat. I much love you all. Bonafide, THC, and Mark Upshot, and all you guys. Great to see you. Thanks for sticking around. It's poor. I love you all. Till next time. I'll see you next week. Go Blues.